Well, to other news now, the controversial police tactic known as a jump out is the focus of a D.C. Council oversight hearing today. Mike Canine joins us now live from the Wilson building in Northwest with an update. And Mike, several protesters are inside that hearing where Chief Lanier is scheduled to testify.
That's right, Jumi. Chief Lanier expected to testify after public witnesses. The hearing is still underway. It began a couple hours ago, just after 10 a.m. Now, the group D.C. Ferguson rallied protesters to pack this hearing room today. They say they're testifying, also holding a silent protest, many protesters holding signs, protesting against the, quote, ongoing lack of oversight by city officials of MPD's targeting of black communities with tactics like jump outs. Now, jump outs are described by these activists as police stops by groups of officers in civilian clothes using unmarked cars to stop and intimidate citizens. MPD, Chief Lanier, and the police union all deny conducting jump outs or racially biased policing. They say they're unfairly connecting events in Ferguson to D.C., referring to those protesters. They also say jump outs are rarely, if at all, used, that they were more common in the 90s to deal with open-air drug markets. They point out there are many other law enforcement agencies in D.C. that could be conducting these jump outs, and that these accusations often come without details, that they're often just anecdotes.
If I'm driving down the street in an unmarked car and I see an event as a police officer that requires me to take action, of course I'm going to stop and take action. That is classically what they call a jump out. So the idea that all of this negative stuff is happening to people as they traverse the district and go about their business is just ludicrous. There is no evidence to support the claims that they're making.
Ultimately, what it does is it creates a wedge in our community, and rather than public safety, what it does is just stoke the anger and the ire of these communities that are so disenfranchised in so many ways that it almost seems like, you know, an added slap in the face.
At-large Councilmember David Grasso raised some eyebrows at the police department and here at the Wilson building last month with a statement of support for those protesters, saying MPD's denial about the continuing existence of jump outs is disturbing. He says the fact is if you live east of 16th Street Northwest, chances are you've witnessed a jump out. Besides jump outs, this public oversight hearing is likely to tackle other issues such as traffic cameras, recent marijuana legalization, as well as the mass retirement of many officers at MPD. Reporting live in Northwest, Mike Canine, ABC 7 News.